How to overcome fear easily by addressing the cause. In order to overcome fear, we first must understand what is fear. And in this video, I am going to talk about how to overcome fear. Because it's very important to see what's creating your fear in order to see how to lose it or overcome it, and exercise to see that thoughts create fear and not fact first. Take a moment to think about what overcome you are afraid of, whether you are afraid of failing at something of you are afraid of something happening to you. Take a moment to think about it. I want you to close your eyes and really imagine it. Please take a moment to do that now. When you imagine this outcome, when you think about it, how do you feel? Well, you feel afraid, you feel fear, you feel pounding in your heart, or tension in your chest, or pressure in your chest. Sometime along these lines, or maybe you feel something in your stomach, right? You feel butterflies, something along those lines. A moment ago you probably didn't have those situation sensation of fear, and as soon as you start thinking about it, fear is created. If as soon as you start thinking, a feeling is created. The feeling must be the result of thinking, right? There's nothing factually happening to you right now to create fear. If you look around the room, almost certainly there is nothing faculty to create fear. You may think something might happen, but if nothing is happening now, fear can't be created by anything happening, anything factually, anything in reality. It can only be created by thoughts. Fear must be created by thoughts, because any distraction dissolves fear. Another way to see that fear is not the result of a fact but only the result of a thought is by simply looking. If a situation is created fear, then you couldn't accept it simply by distracting yourself from thought. But yet, no matter what situation you are in, if there is fear, if you distract yourself from thoughts, either you get your favorite food, or you start talking to someone else, or you start thinking about something else for a moment, or you turn on the TV or something, you can be distracted from that fear and you forget all about it, right? It may be harder in some situation than other, but if at any moment you experience how distracting yourself from thoughts get rid of fear, then you know it's only thoughts that's creating that fear. Fear isn't just created by thought, it is created by believing thoughts. Now that we see that fear is a result of thoughts, let's put it a little differently. Okay, fear is not just the result of thought, fear is the result of believing thought to be true. If you are sitting down and somebody approach you and say the world is going to end tomorrow, and you're believing that, then how do you feel? Well, you feel afraid, fearful perhaps. But if this person walks wake up to you and say the world is going to end tomorrow, but then don't seem like a credible source of information on that subject, so you just don't believe what they say, then how do you believe? Well, you feel nothing. If you don't believe what they say, you don't believe anything. What that show you is, when you believe somebody's words to be true, they create emotions. When you believe that a bad outcome is happening tomorrow, the words that a bad outcome is happening tomorrow, you will feel fear. But when you don't believe these same extract words, you feel nothing. Well, the same is true of the words in your mind. When you believe that a bad outcome is happening, or that a bad outcome is possible, you feel afraid. But if you don't believe that those exact same words, if you simply don't believe them, then they don't create fears, they don't create anxiety, they don't create emotions. If it doesn't even matter if they are playing in your head, it like something talking nonsense in front of you, or a radio playing in front of you, but you don't believe anything they say, so they couldn't be bad. It would be bad if this happened to me, or it could be best if I got a particular outcome, and therefore any other outcome would be worse. For example, if you think I would be best to get a promotion, best to pass a test, best to get the job offer after an interview, then you will obviously think it worse to do a poorly on the test, worse to not get the offer, or worse to not get promotion, or worse to get the girl, something along this line. In order to lose your fear, you have to see that you don't know whether a particular outcome is good or bad for your life. To lose your fear, you first have to know what you want in life more than anything else. In order to see that you don't know whether an outcome is good or bad for your life, you first need to take a big step and ask yourself, what do I want in life more than anything else? What is the first most important thing to me? What do I want more than anything else in life? Not my top few most important things. What is number one? If you are really willing and honest to ask yourself that question, you will discover that what you want more than anything else is peace and happiness. You might think that what you want is success, but the reason you want success is the only because you hope it will make you happy. You may think you want to get first place on a test or a sporting event or a competition of some kind, but why do you want that? Only because you hope it will make you happy. You may think you want love, a relationship, marriage. Hope to feel when you get it, happy at peace, all of our goals, everything that we want, everything that we are afraid of failing on, we only want to make us happy. It's not the goal in and of itself to get success, relationship, win the competition. That is not the goal. That is the mean. You see, when you want ice cream, you don't really want ice cream itself, you just want to feel good, and you hope ice cream will make you that feeling that you want. In the same way, you don't want to pass this test, you get the promotion, or win the competition. You just want the feelings. You hope these things will give you discover yourself, that what you want more than anything else is peace and happiness. I don't want you to just believe that you want peace and more than anything else. I want you to discover that for yourself. So the way to discover that for yourself is to ask question. If you had the following two possible scenario, which will you choose? Achieve your most important goals, but be unhappy, sad, hurt, worried about other opinions, having anxiety about the future, have judgment, insecurities, and every other form of suffering that you have now. Don't, or second, don't achieve your goal but live with an incredible sense of peace and freedom, and never have any anxiety, worries, insecurity, anger, or sadness. Which will you choose? I am not saying those are your only two options. I am saying if you those were the two options, which would you choose? Achieve your goal and be unhappy, or not achieve your goal and be happy? Well, if you are being honest, if you have been open enough, you will probably discover that you wouldn't rather be happy and not achieve your goals than achieve your goals and be unhappy. You might think that scenario is impossible. You may think that you couldn't possibly be happy if you don't achieve your goal, and that you couldn't be unhappy if you achieve your goals. But it's very important to recognize what you want most in life, because if you don't realize that what you want more than anything else is peace and happiness, then you are constantly going to be thinking about things that you have nothing to do with your peace and happiness. How to disbelieve the idea that a specific outcome would be best for my life? Once we believe the idea that a specific outcome would be best for our life, then we believe everything other outcome will be worse. So we fear every alternatives. But if you discover that whatever outcome you think would be best for you might not even make you happy and might not be best for your life at all, then all of a sudden you don't have a fear to the alternatives. Okay, so if you want peace and happiness more than anything else, which is almost certainly the case, then whatever outcome you are afraid of not getting, just ask yourself, do I know that getting what I want would make me happier than failing? You may think that getting a particular outcome would be good or best for your life, but that's only because you think it will make you happy. But how do you know that this outcome will make you happy? How do you know that getting the girl, getting the promotion, getting the job, getting a winner medals will make you happy? If you achieve whatever you want, you are still going to give have all the same worries about others' opinions, shame about yourself, insecurity about your personality, your looks, judgment, anger, problems in your relationship, problems in your job, everything else that you currently have and that you never had whatever you want. So, how do you even know you will like it? Can you think of some bad possible effect that could be from achieving your goal? Of course, you can write how to discover that the outcome of your fear might not be bad. If you fail to achieve your goals, the word failure sounds like it's bad. We automatically assume that if we don't achieve our goals, that's bad. But how do you know it might be better for you? Have you never had something happen in the past that you thought was bad in the moment but ended up working out really well? Do you know what all the facts are of not achieving your goals? How do you know? Is it possible that if you don't get the job offer, you will get the another one that's better, or you will have an extra free time and read a book that makes you happy, or you will learn a lesson or meet somebody, or something will happen that turns out to be much more valuable for your life in the long run? How do you know? So the way to lose the fear about achieving a particular outcome and being afraid of failure is simply by recognizing I don't know what outcome is best for me. Failing to achieve your goal doesn't mean you are bad. The other way to lose the fear of achieving a particular outcome and failing to achieve it is to recognize that failure doesn't mean anything about me. Generally, one of the main reasons why the fear of failure is so strong and intense is because we believe if we succeed, it means I am great, I am worth, I am lovable. And if we fail, it means I am unworthy. There's something wrong with me. I am not enough. I am insufficient. But it doesn't mean that if you succeed on a job interview, maybe you just got the right interviewer. There was a good fit, or maybe he was happy that day because something else happened in his life, or maybe he asked you the one question you know the answer to, and if you don't pass the interview, maybe the guy who was interviewing you just got into a car accident and was in a bad mood, or you were wearing a tie that he hated and he just felt like getting you, or if you meet a girl and you are scared of getting rejected by her, she might like blondes and you are a brunties. Does that means there is something wrong with you? She might like shy when you are outgoing, or the other way around, she might like successful instead of someone that is giving to a society or working in like a non-profit, or she might like it the other way around. She might want someone who cares about helping the world instead of someone who just trying to make money. No success or failure means anything about you. No success or failure means you are great or not, means you're worthy or not. It's just an event, it's just an outcome. It's doesn't signify anything about who you are, because there are so many variables that occur in creating a particular outcome, and you are not in control over all of them. If you were the one that determined whether you got what you wanted, then you won't always get what you wanted. But there are so many variables, right? Like I mentioned in these two example, you have the personal preferences of the other person, or maybe you are going to the interview and you can't make it there on time, so you are not going to get the job offer. But you don't even control if you're going to make it on time. There could be a car incident, there could be an emergency, there could be an anything. How to overcome fear? Recognize that you don't know what outcome would be best or bad for your life. Whatever overcome you fear, recognize that you don't know whether it's bad for you. You don't know whether it's bad for your life in the long run, because you don't know whether it will end up making you happy or not. Since you don't know what all the effects are. Second, succeeding at anything doesn't mean you are worthy, great, lovable, or special, and falling doesn't mean you are unworthy, not special, or anything else. If you just discover these two things, you will be free from the fear in every situation. So any time you are feeling afraid, look what story am I telling myself. The story or some version of it is, it would be the best if I got this, it would be the bad if I got that. Then investigate whether you actually know that that is true. Thanks for reading this blog post about how to overcome fear. Okay, so that's it on how to overcome fear, how to deal with fear. And if you have any question, feel free to write it in the comment or send me a message. I hope you found it helpful, and thank you for watching. Hell, again, if you found my video about how to overcome fear to be helpful, or you enjoyed this video about how to overcome fear, I welcome you to click on one of the video below, as you might found them helpful as well. Or if you want to make sure you never miss another video of mine again, you can click to subscribe button over there.